Challenges come from without, opportunities from within. What I mean by that is the problems we're having that are financial are because of the state and federal and what they're doing to us. They take from us because that's all they can do. Opportunities or assets come from within. New ideas, clear thinking, collaboration. That's what you do. That's what we all do, trying to help solve problems. In San Mateo County, we are unique. It's all about the people. That's true in Menlo Park, too. What I think we have that we use better than others is the creativity to solve problems and to do it together. I would like to see us do more of that, and that's where my ideas come from. What I enjoy more than anything is thinking. I do it in the middle of the night. I wake up at 2 a.m. Fortunately, that's easy because I live next to the trains. Problems. That's what I love doing. I just want to keep on doing it. Thank you.
The biggest challenge is jobs, jobs, and jobs. Along with the jobs comes education. We're opening up a STEM center here at the County Office of Education next month, which is just a couple of doors down from here. The biggest complaint we hear from employers is we don't have a qualified workforce. So jobs, jobs, jobs. That's the challenge, and we can all work on that. Same thing with business, cutting the red tape, giving incentive to the business owners so they can move to Redwood City or San Mateo. Menlo Park. What's our biggest asset? If you ask me, I will never move out of San Mateo County. That's our biggest asset. Location, location, location. That's why Facebook moved to Menlo Park. I can document to their office. But it is location. We're right at the north of, in south of San Francisco, north of San Jose. It's location. We need to take advantage of that. That was part of my position with this proposition on taxes. We want to make San Mateo County the place to go. So those are the two things, the challenge and also the opportunity. Let's take opportunity. We love the weather. Somebody told me many years ago, don't ever leave the peninsula. Don't ever move out of the peninsula. We have the oil money and we have the Facebook money. So that's my point.
Oh, another easy question. As I sit here, write about challenges and opportunities, there are so many challenges. I just mentioned when I sat down last, consolidation of fire, police, which you see happening now. We have an aging population. We all know that. We have to prepare for the future for housing for our aging population. Housing is an issue. Greenhouse gas emissions, how do we reduce those? The rising sea level. I sit on the San Francisco Creek Joint Powers Authority, and we're looking at projects about the levees out here to protect our communities from sea level rising, which is happening. Realignment, the attack on women's rights, healthcare. I mean, I could go on and on. I was at Ravenswood Family Health Care Center yesterday. It's a wonderful program. They just got a new grant. It will serve 19,000 people who have chronic problems, chronic health problems. But they want to expand. They have land. They're trying to clean up the land. And they have a capital campaign going on right now to raise money to build a new health clinic there. Opportunities. Housing. A lot of times the challenges and the opportunities are in the same category. So housing. In Menlo Park, we're doing our housing element. And the mayor put this to the top of the priority list, even before the lawsuit. And we're working on that. We're going to provide housing. We're going to zone for all sorts of housing. Transportation is an issue. I sit on the City and County Association of Governments. We look at transportation issues up and down the peninsula and the east-west connectivity. Those are all important things to get people to their jobs. We know Caltrain ridership is up because people are going, jobs are up. We need to keep increasing jobs in this community. Economic development, we need an economic development person at the county level. I think the county needs to coordinate with Sanda more in the chambers. Education is crucial. We need to make sure our kids are staying in school and getting educated. I spoke at Envision in Bellhaven a couple of Friday nights ago to talk to kids about safety on the internet and staying in school. And we need to work with businesses to expand. We need a source of funding for Caltrain to keep going on.
All right. Well, I will not repeat some of the things that we've heard because many of them I agree with. But I do want to talk at sort of a little bit more global level as a result. So I think there's two key things. One is we're in an era of increasing need and decreasing resources. It's a major challenge for all of us. The second piece is, as a part of that, there's some major policy shifts, and we've heard them sort of referred to, but we haven't talked about them directly. One is the criminal justice realignment, which is bringing people back to our county jails. It's a major policy shift for the entire state, and it affects all of us in how we are operating. The second piece is the Affordable Care Act. If the Supreme Court doesn't strike it down, which as a public health person I'm hopeful that they won't, then the county will be the implementer of the Affordable Care Act, which is great because it means more people will have health insurance. But it does mean that the estimate right now is about 60,000 more people will be eligible for health care. So how are we going to do that? The county does have a good plan. But again, as I said before with the budget plan, like all plans, once you start implementing, then you need to be ready to make some changes and figure out how is it going to work once we put it into practice. That's where I think my public health background is a valuable asset. So on to assets. I think we have some great assets, and you heard some of them. Location, weather. Nobody mentioned our parks. I actually think our almost 17,000 acres of parks that the county runs are a huge asset along with our open space. It's part of what makes us all want to be here. But I think our opportunities really do lie in people, in the collaborative approach, and in our young people. And so supporting young people to be successful in their lives is going to be a really big piece of making this county continue to be successful.
Thank you. So I'm going to answer this question in the short term, because I think longer term we could come up with a dozen items. Let's start with the RDA demise. That's really, really an incredible challenge, primarily because 13 cities in this county have generated over $7 to $9 billion worth of economic activity and increased property value. That engine is gone. We have to figure out how we replace it locally, or at least work with the state to repair that. AB 109, absolutely true. Criminal justice realignment, we're going to be getting back a bunch of folks from the state. We have to house them, or we have to figure out better ways that we don't house them, and that we wind up actually reducing recidivism rate. Pension issues, super, super important. It's talked about across the country. We have to address the actuarial issues. What are the real numbers? And we have to bring people to the table. Everyone, including unions, as well as the community, nonprofits, as well as the county, to address that. The other thing, which is I guess a little larger, is the 5-year economic slump. Let's face it, California is not pulling out. Silicon Valley is, but this county depends on a lot of state money, and right now I don't know how that money is going to be generated in additional form to come to us. And lastly, what really troubles me is the growing income distribution, lack of, or greater income misdistribution in this county, which we have we have 3 super zips. We're the second wealthiest county in the entire state. We have to figure out how we can better distribute some of this stuff. So what are the opportunities? Number one, making closer collaborations with the philanthropic community, aligning what nonprofits do as well as what the county does, so that indeed we can improve that. Number two, I think that the state realignment money is going to bring back $5.5 million to this county. Let's not use it for prisons, let's use it for programs. Number three, we can actually, let me stop.